what you do with your mind is what you do with everything else. How you relate to experience is how you relate to everything else. Well, the idea basically is that how you do one thing is how you do everything. As practitioners and meditators, we are studying fundamentally our minds and our experience and pretty much how we mold our experience. Mostly we're not even aware we're doing that. That's kind of 99% of the issue. For most of us, life just happens to us. It's like things just happen. It's like, oh, well, it seems random or accidental. Um, what the presentation of Dharma is fundamentally, what it's saying is that everything is your own doing. And in yesterday's conversation, I think, and the day before, I think we were really trying to grasp what is even meant by contact. And I was really thinking very deeply on it for these last couple of days. Because I know what contact is for me, but that doesn't mean I know what contact is for each one of you guys. But I think a good way to sum it up for myself would be once a great teacher used the word, he used the question, avoiding relationship. And I would change it to avoiding intimacy. Contact means intimacy. And we have a lot of weird things with intimacy, a lot of weird and particular preferences with intimacy. Mostly we have a lot of conditions to intimacy. Mostly we have a lot of fears. Mostly a lot of avoidance. And the fundamental question is, can we be intimate with our experience? Can we actually relate with our experience? And obviously, experience is a catch-all term for, what is like, can be anything, right? Mostly we just accept what we like and we reject what we don't like. You know. Oh, we insist in what we don't like. Most of us are really obsessed over our pain, the story of our pain, the story of our traumas, and we carry that. We live that. And I was just really thinking about what is a great way to articulate in just our normal lives a presentation of intimacy in which we actually have direct contact with reality. And I think a good example is when hopefully all of you have experienced this at least once in your life where you meet someone and you very much are enamored with them. You know, the room changes when you're with another being you seemingly have fallen in love with. Things are slower. Every detail about them is seemingly interesting. You know, how they move, how they talk, how they smell. It's like you're just suddenly thrown into this warm, beautiful, loving space. And you wouldn't change a damn thing. You wouldn't fix a damn thing. You're not going into all your problems about their traumas and your traumas and how they got hurt and you got hurt and how you need them to fix you or you're not trying to help them, you're not trying to fix them, you're just with them, you're just being with them. You're just there, open, intimate, in contact. And there's not even a particular stance of, is this going to go anywhere? And that hasn't happened yet. Like all the strategies in which you escape the moment to moment contact hasn't happened yet. It's gonna fucking happen. That's why this thing goes away. And then we're just like, love's fake, bro. Love's bullshit. Then you get hurt, and it's like, oh, she or he, they're not the same anymore. You know, where's that magic? Where did it go? When if it isn't romance or relationship, it's, if you had a pretty decent childhood, right? At least you remember like just that sense of wonder. You just look at a piece of leaf or a rock on the ground, you're just like, what the fuck? Mm. So in the real sense, we don't really even understand intimacy because mostly what we take as natural in our lives is all these ways we exit our experience. And it plays out in every aspect of our lives because what you do with your mind is what you do with everything else. How you relate to experience is how you relate to everything else.